edition of Top Rated Recruiter Spotlight. I am here with Joe Measell. Sounds like a famous quarterback. He's not, but he is one of our Q4 2023 top rated recruiters. Joe, how's it going today?
Yeah, it's going great. Glad to be here.
Awesome. I appreciate you being on. I was, it's been a great celebration of all of these recruiters who are having these awesome achievements, and just it's our pleasure to help spotlight it. I'm excited to learn more about you, and why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into recruiting?
Yeah, so honestly, before I got into recruiting, I didn't know anything about it. Didn't even know it was really an industry that people went into. I had a friend that reached out to me and just said, "Hey, I have something you might be interested in." I just graduated college. So I was like, "Hey, I'll give it a shot." I'm always interested in something with kind of unlimited opportunity, not much of a commission cap. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to get my feet wet. And I really fell in love with the IT industry in general because it was just kind of a constant learning curve and you're challenging yourself, getting exposed to new skill sets. I think that's what really excited me and kept me here.
That's awesome. And whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You have 267 reviews, 4.7 star rating. I tell you what, people have amazing things to say about you. I'll brag about you a little bit if you don't mind. Beyond just being polite and clear in his communication, he is empathetic and understanding to every individual to find the best industry fits. He was very pleasant and professional. Happy to have made this connection. Joe contacted me to really be a good fit for. He was amazing with his follow-up, gave me lots of details. He is the man. These are things that they are saying about you. So kudos to you, Joe, and creating a great experience for your candidates. Talk to us a little bit about Proof. Give us a little background on them.
Yeah, so we're IT staffing and solution services. We're focused primarily in technical staffing, but we also take on all sorts of roles in media and kind of where that intersects. We're actually acquired by Media Monks. I think this was about last year. So we've been merging into that world, kind of where technology and media intersects. But yeah, we really work with all sorts of Fortune 500, smaller companies as well, just providing staffing services and consulting projects where needed.
Awesome. And what's your staffing expertise? What vertical do you find yourself helping the most people out in?
Yeah, primarily software, just anything that has to do with software engineers, data engineers, machine learning. AI has become a lot more prevalent as of recent.
And coming out of 2023 into 2024, what are you seeing in the job market right now for candidates in the software engineering side?
Yeah, I mean, 2023 was a hard year for a lot of people. So I know there's a lot of eager candidates out there looking to get their foot in the door. Really pretty open-minded, I would say, is the overall feel of the job market. I think there's a lot coming down the pipeline just based on the overall feel of the market shift now. So I think it's an exciting time to be in the job market. I know it's been a scary time, but hopefully that'll start to ease as the year goes on.
Yeah, definitely. And how has Great Recruiters helped you as a recruiter?
I think it just adds a layer of credibility when you can go to any platform and see that, oh, this guy's been reviewed by 200 people and he's got 4 stars or 4.7. I think
4.7, Joe. Don't cut yourself short.
Yeah, so that adds a layer of credibility. You know, when you can look at a place, whether you're looking at restaurants, looking at cars, looking at anything that has reviews, it just adds that credibility. I think it's a very helpful platform in that sense.
That's awesome. And what is being named top rated? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think that just means that I get that stamp of approval from candidates that I've helped. So it means a lot in that sense that I'm not just doing this for me, I'm actually helping others.
Yeah. And what do you think it means to your candidates?
Yeah, I think it means the world to them. I know a lot of people I speak to have had bad experiences with recruiters, and I love when people say to me, like, "Hey, you're the best recruiter I've ever worked with." And I think being a great recruiter kind of means that it takes that extra level of service. So I know it's appreciated by them.
There's the nice thing is there's a lot of recruiters out there that have set a pretty low bar for us as well.
Yeah.
And part of it is, look, there's not all recruiters are created equal. Not every staffing firm is created equal. It really comes down to the individual and who they are as a person and where their agenda is. Is their agenda about, just putting butts in seats, or their agenda really about finding the right fit for you? And from what I'm reading in all your reviews, it seems like you take that approach to seek to understand first. What can candidates expect when they're working with you, Joe?
I would say transparency. I'm always going to be upfront and honest, not try to beat around the bush, waste anyone's time, and just try to give them. I love trying to understand what they want and then match it to that. If I have an opportunity that's not going to be a fit for them, try to figure out how we can work together in the future, and just kind of overall partnership.
Yeah. And what advice would you give candidates out there? You said it's starting to heat up, right? It's an exciting time in the software engineering side. There's a lot of recruiters out there. And what advice would you give candidates when starting their search and looking to engage with a recruiter? What are things they should be thinking about?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. It's tough to navigate sometimes. I would say networking, it's always about networking. If you're not on LinkedIn, if your profile is not updated, I would make sure to take care of that and then start reaching out proactively. If you reach out to me, I may not have something immediately, but it's always appreciated to have that resume on hand, and you'll be maybe at the top of the list when something does come knocking. So I think just reaching out, networking is super important. And maybe not just to recruiters, maybe other people in your field, if you're a software engineer, reach out to some software engineers at companies you want to work for, and maybe just start prying a little bit, saying, hey, how did you get this job? I'm really interested in finding a similar opportunity. So it really comes down to networking, I think.
Yeah. And what is the benefit for somebody working with a recruiter? What's your perspective?
It just opens up a completely new window of opportunities. When I was applying for jobs, I would send maybe 60 applications on a weekly basis and maybe hear back from one or two, and usually not get an interview. So I know it can be challenging when you're just blindly applying. So a recruiter kind of takes you through that level of just a blind application. Says, hey, here's this person's resume. I'm presenting directly to a hiring manager.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's my stamp of approval, like, hey, I like this person, and they trust me. So,
well, and you have the insight. You're not just working with one client. You got multiple clients that you're working for. You have a good understanding. You can provide more advice, guidance, market, intel.
yeah.
And I think you're right. Applying to jobs is painful for a lot of people. When you have somebody like Joe that you can connect with, let them know that you're starting to make a move or you're looking to make a move. You said the right thing. It's like, even if I can't help you today, I can still, might not be able to place you there. I can still help you in some way, right?
Yeah.
Point you in the right direction, provide some advice and guidance, be a resource is really what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. What are the jobs that you're looking to fill here today, Joe? What do you got in your pipeline?
Yeah, we have a few software engineers, full stack engineers, and a couple business analysts that are pretty hot right now.
And are these localized positions? These open to remote?
They're primarily local to the Bay Area.
Okay. So Bay Area software engineering, you got a lot of choices out there. If you're looking for a job, the first call you should make is to Joe, because he's going to help you out. And whether or not he can help you directly get you your dream job, he can certainly help point you in the right direction. So, Joe, again, congratulations on being named top-rated recruiter for Q4 2023. What I love is this isn't something you did on your own. This is what people think about working with you. 267 people giving their stamp of approval that this guy is going to help you out and treat you well throughout that journey. And as candidates, you deserve it. So kudos to you, Joe. Keep up the great work, and I wish you the best in 2024.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. Likewise.
Cheers.